The example I love to give is an American example about Colgate toothpaste, the brand of toothpaste. In the 1970s, there were only 2 choices of Colgate toothpaste. Do you know how many there are now? 27. 27 different choices of one brand of toothpaste. Because what happened was competition increased and the metric went down. Whether it's revenues or market share or profit, doesn't matter. The metric went down. And so they added a new product. And the population went, ooh, shiny. And we were all drawn to it. The problem is the competition copied. This is one of the problems with competition, you see. They compete. And then the metric went down again. Well, it worked the first time, so we'll do it again. And they added another product, and another product, and another product, and another product. And before you know it, you have 27 different line extensions, which means that their competition is offering about the same number of products at about the same price, about the same quality, about the same service. Literally hundreds of choices of toothpaste to choose from. And yet I have no data to show that people are brushing their teeth now more than they were before. And the best part is, what do these companies complain about now? What's their biggest challenge? How do we differentiate ourselves? This is hilarious to me, which is how do we get out of a problem that we created for ourselves? There are all kinds of other manipulations. Fear, wonderful manipulator. If any of you are parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can scare people into doing all sorts of things. Aspirational messages. We're constantly being told you have to be aspirational. Give people something to aspire to. You know, you can get people to join the gym with an aspirational message, but to get them to work out 3 days a week, that requires a little bit of inspiration. Now, I cannot dispute that these and many other manipulations work. The problem is, none of them breed loyalty. The problem is, none of them create trust. And over the course of time, they cost more money. Someone has to pay for it all. And over the course of time, it increases stress, both for the buyer and for the seller. It is stressful for us to make decisions today. In a world in which manipulation is the norm, where we are bombarded by manipulations from all sides, from all people, trying to get us to do any number of things, whether it's vote for them or buy from them or do something, the question is, how do we choose? What's right for us? It's called stress. We literally have trouble choosing these days. But it's stressful for the sellers as well. In a marketplace where manipulation is the norm, how do we stand out? How do we get heard? How do we find people to follow us? The alternative is inspiration. And there are only a few people and a few organizations that tend to rely vastly more on inspiration than manipulation. And I'll talk about some of the bigger ones, like Apple Computers, or Southwest Airlines, or Martin Luther King. And you see it not only in organizations, but great leaders as well, like Martin Luther King, or John F. Kennedy, or Nelson Mandela. And what I learned is that regardless of their size, and regardless of their industry, every single one of these leaders, every single one of these organizations thinks, acts, and communicates the exact same way, and it's the complete opposite to everyone else. All I did was write it down. And it's probably the world's simplest idea. I call it the golden circle, and it's 3 concentric circles, a bullseye. In the middle is why, the center ring is how, and the outside ring is what. Why, how, what. It's this little idea that distinguishes those with the capacity to inspire versus everyone else. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single organization on the planet knows what they do. These are the products you sell, the services you offer. Everyone here knows what they do. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition, your USP, your proprietary process. These are the things that you think make you different or special or stand out from the competition, from everyone else. But very, very few people and very, very few organizations can clearly articulate why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make money. That's a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose, what's your cause, what's your belief. Why does your organization exist? Do we really need another company to do what you're doing? Do we really need another one? Why did you get out of bed this morning? And why should anyone care? As a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. We tell people what we do. We tell them how we're different or how we're better or how we're special. And we expect some sort of behavior, a vote, a purchase, support, whatever it is. But not those leaders with the capacity to inspire. Regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, every single one of them thinks, acts, and communicates from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple frequently just because they're easy to understand and we all get it. If Apple were like everyone else, a piece of communication would sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. That's normal. Here's our new car. It's got, great gas mileage, leather seats, tinted windows. Here's our law firm. We went to all the best schools. We've got all the best lawyers. We win all of our cases. We work with all of the biggest firms. This is normal. Here's how Apple actually communicates. They start with why. Everything we do, they say, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? It actually feels different. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it starts to show us is that it's not what you do that matters, it's why you do it. And what you do simply serves as the tangible proof of what you believe. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This is the reason why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable with the idea that Apple sells computers. We're also perfectly comfortable with the idea that Apple sells MP3 players and phones and DVRs. Apple is just a company, that's all they are. It's a corporate structure. Every single one of their competitors has equal and open access to the same resources, the same agencies, the same consultants, the same talent, the same media. It is a zero-sum game. The difference is, all of their competitors have defined themselves by what they do. We make computers. Apple has defined themselves by why they exist. To challenge the status quo, to give an individual the opportunity to stand up to Big Brother and choose a simple alternative. Everything they say and everything they do simply serves as proof. Dell makes perfectly good products. They're every little bit qualified to make every single product that Apple makes. And a few years ago, they tried. A few years ago, Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs, and nobody bought one. Doesn't make sense. Why would we buy an MP3 player from a computer company? But we do it every day, because it's not what you do that matters, it's why you do it. And people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.